What's up, guys? It's Black and we are back for some more minion actions this week. It is Nightingale, aka Not New, in his Duke Bones Baby Blue, playing as Russia, and the person standing in his way is no one else but Hulkingale, aka Hulk, playing as Ukraine in his kind of dark red. We have a tons of spectators. Duke Bone is here because he's very interested in this game. Fuck, Warner is here. We got Ups, Happy, Yara, Commander Noob, Unano, Dying Fetus, so this actually might have been streamed. And we got Rusty X. It looks like there's some lag, so I imagine some of these spectators are going to get kicked in just a second. There goes 3 of them instantly out of there, just disconnecting on their own. That's some swell things. Not New going, looks like he went engineer first on the back one. I mean, totally safe. You can get a dog back there, but it's very unlikely, and you know, you do have some vision, so once the dog takes the sneaky route, you're usually pretty safe there. Always got to be careful though. Not many people do dogs nowadays for engineer snipes, but still always worth it. You know, you break even on just cost because 200 for the kennel, 200 for the dog, minus 100 gives you an actual $100 like refund and additional bonus. But you know, just the time of the kennel will slow down in the eco department, but not having there slows you down greater. So it's a very long, complicated calculation that eventually ends in dogs are cost efficient to kill engineers. Not New in a great position to defend his oil derrick right here. And Hulk gonna capture the middle oil derrick first, totally fine. Looks like he's not gonna get the oil derrick in the back, at least, not yet. So Not New's gonna have a slight advantage and just some extra income from the oils. 2 oils is quite nice. If you've ever played maps with like 1 oil derrick or no oil derricks, like the little extra income they give you can be all that important. I think last week on Westworld, fuck, a 1 ORA could have used that 1 oil derrick income just to not stall, or maybe I think it was Dick Bones too. I have seen some crazy gifs of these barrels killing large spots of infantry, so we'll have to see if that happens this game. Yeah, with barrel changes, maps like Timian, I think there's a few other maps that have oil on the barrel in the middle. Definitely very careful. Light vehicles get instantly roasted. Infantry can absolutely get incinerated, and even like heavy tanks and medium tanks take a large damage if they're right next to the barrel. So definitely don't want to hang around here. If I was Not New, I would not keep my infantry together there at all. Can probably burn that engineer onto the oil derrick if he wants, just to keep it alive, or do something. Duke Bones has an engineer at the top, so he's not even going gold for his back gold there. That's a little interesting. That War Factory is very deep in his base, which is also pretty interesting. Not News is also kind of an interesting spot, but this map has some weird starting eco, so Not New gonna lose his oil derrick just because his infantry was a little bit out of position, but that's okay. He'll probably take a decent engagement here, but he's got to be careful about the rocket soldiers. Don't want to burn those. And Duke Bones, Not New rather, gonna push away Hulk's forces and retreat. Gets a nice little fair advantage there. 1600, 200. That's pretty nice. Not like gonna end the game instantly, but you know, any advantage you can snowball into is always good. Looks like he went for APC after his. Nope, that was APC first, and Harvester off of his 3rd ref. Hulk, on the other hand, going for Harvester first, so he's going to have a little bit more eco on that side, but Not New's going to return the favor, kill this oil derrick. And the flak and about 10 rifles is not going to be able to deal with this. Is it going to be nice for the poke with the flak? Maybe he can kill some barrels on the way out. Looks like that's actually what he's trying. Does not get the infantry, unfortunately, that time, so just a little half-second early on pulling the trigger there. That APC says, screw that fence, I'm going to crush it and let Hulk know exactly where my APC went. Looks like there is some rifles over here, very sneakily hitting it in the shroud. I assume that's a rifle. Yep. So he's just going to scout, see if he can cap that back oil line derrick. That's very common in this map. Something a lot of players like to do, but don't expect it to work on Not New. He's looking pretty strong this season. Probably likely to get into Masters, especially if he takes first. I think that's an automatic qualifier into Masters. So maybe we'll get to see how he fares in Masters next season. But season's not over. Duke Bones is still hunting. That's why he's watching. And Not New, still not Minions champion yet. It looks like he is totally aware of the rifles sitting there. Doing the smart thing, only sending out a few rifles, more than enough to deal with 2 rifles and an engineer, especially with your vision right there. So MCV is out, no rally point on it, but he's going to be totally fine. MC also for Hulk, but it's not moving yet. Nothing but an engineer in there, so 2 players have a very similar idea. It'd be interesting if Not New goes searching for the engineer, because that's definitely what I would think if there's 2 rifles sitting next to my oil derrick. Not New's expansion just a little bit quicker. And Hulk's ref a little bit slower, but I think he's up to 3 Raxes. He's up to 3 Raxes, so Not New, just a little bit more efficient on his timings, which is always good to see. And it looks like Hulk was aware of that APC, killed the engineer as soon as it captured. A second engineer was built to capture over there. Can I miss that? But that's okay. So this one might come in handy, especially if Not New sees that infantry or sees that engineer was there. We'll have to see. But Not New, again, pulling out to the middle. That could be very dangerous with so many barrels there. I do like that he is quickly moving out and building that barracks instead of another refinery. Or unfortunately, Hulk is like he's building a second refinery, so he's going to be stuck on 3 Raxes for a while. That is going to give Not New just that much of a macro advantage. And he already has, you know, the lead up there of 18 to 800, so that's not terrible, but you can see the army difference in values starting to skyrocket a little bit. And I do like this from Not New. He is moving his secondary MCV out just to try to contest this area. You know, if he can at least draw this to a draw, then Hulk has to expand here, and Not New can expand here, but he'll have this one safely secured, so he'll be up 1 ore patch, which can matter. He is killing the barrels off, so he is at least very aware that Hulk tried to kill the barrels, kills infantry earlier. Always smart thing to do. But this is gonna look like it's gauging into one big showdown right now, and I don't know if Hulk is gonna take this. His tanks are in the back, Not New's are in the front, and that can make all the difference. HC gets brought down to half health instantly from the 2 heavy tanks, and now Not New is free to engage in. He's just got to be careful that his heavy tank stays in the front. And now they're just going to rotate back, which is interesting. I think you could have pushed it in all the way if you really wanted to. We're having a pretty big engagement right here. The heavy tank is still alive, so that's doing a lot of help. Second heavy tank coming in at the bottom, and another one on the top, so Hulk getting absolutely crushed in that engagement right now. Might get his 2 heavy tanks out there, but Not New, very healthy. I mean, this one's not. It's going to die to 1 rocket, but yeah, Hulk is getting pushed out of here. He's actually starting to take a great engagement now just because of the vision advantage. But Not New, safe to retreat. Unfortunately, loses that second heavy tank. Would have been nice to see it get repaired, but he does have the middle, and Hulk has no response to this. They're both deathballing pretty hard. Oh, there's the response. There's the sneaky engineer. There's the honk. We'll have to see if he gets it. He's probably going to get it. Not New's pretty convinced he's taken here. And I mean, he's double the army value, so he's definitely going to want to press. But he does lose the SD, losing the war factory, which sucked, but he does still have racks to get it, so it's going to cause a slight delay. He's already switched to APC, so not terrible here. He's going to lose some more heavy tanks here and a lot of his infantry because this tank is stuck on an attack move order. But he still had an overwhelming force and is able to push through Hulk right there. Last heavy tank goes down. And yeah, Not New looking really strong. 10,000 to 3,000, almost 4,000 is not great. APC gonna go back and kill those 2 rifles that came out of the SD. Not New, just probably re-rally next to your heavy tanks. You know, once you lose your heavy tanks, you probably shouldn't push in too much more unless you know that there's no like defenses or a long way from support. I like this better, pulling back your army, getting more armor in front of it because that always matters. And yeah, he's already got 3 APCs out, so losing that SD really wasn't terrible. He's building armor instantly. You can use those APCs for crushes, which Hulk is pretty light on infantry, so those crushes could actually be really good. I see 5 rockets there, so 5 rockets for 3 APCs is definitely not enough. Let's see where Not New wants to attack. Looks like he's rotating down to the bottom to attack the main. And there is a radar out for Hulk, which is quite interesting. Not New, on the other hand, he's just up to those Raxes, secure in the middle. He's got an SD in the middle because he has no build radius in his main, but that's totally fine. Random rocket over there gets the scout. That's a very expensive scout, but Not New is going to rotate. He's going to rotate, looks like majority of his army, which I guess is fine. APCs would actually probably be better there, just because they could get there faster, but Hulk at best is going to get maybe a Harvester or 2 in a refinery, but I think Not New's in a great position here. The SD, or rather the radar, could make a difference if we get some good V2 usage, but it does not look like Hulk is making any V2s. He's just got a testicle ready for Not New, probably going to get dropped here and cut off that old Eric. But this attack from Hulk gets a Harvester for his trouble. Got plenty of cash for Not New, so that's not going to matter, and this whole army is going to get whittled away and chased down. That heavy tank, not long for this world, probably not going to get away. Little secondary army coming down here for Not New, and he is expanding and taking the corner, so he's really on top of his macro this time. Unfortunately, he's low power, but I'm just imagining he's going to solve that really quickly with just a power plant. And any second now after he's done building that refinery, obviously. APC is going to have a great attack here just because of rocket support. Should be moving around just to avoid the flame tower. Already almost killed that APC, but that's fine because Hulk has no response to this, and now he's going to rotate majority of his army over. But as soon as he does that, Not New could easily crush in there if he really wants to. Flame tower getting a little bit of work done just because he's attacking the refinery. See if he goes in for the second ref or he wants to take the army. So I'm going to go for the army, that's fine. APCs might go in for crushes and get some good crushes just because he was next to the ore refinery. Same time he's going to attack in there. Looks like both harvesters got traded off. Not New going to kill another harvester, and that's actually pretty huge. Hulk is just down to 3 harvesters on dead mine now. First V2 is out, but I don't think that's going to matter too much. That did trade kind of poorly for Not New and army-wise, but he still got a 10k lead, so double army value. That's definitely hard for Hulk to come back from, but never count Hulk out. You never know. We'll have to see. 1v2 right here could actually be really good. Oh, that's going to be a great shot. But unfortunately, Not New has overwhelming numbers and both heavy tanks going down. So it's all going to come down to these V2s, and I just don't think there's enough. Another V2 shot was good. Second one, also decent, but again, Hulk taking the engagement outside his vision range. And Not New still 3 heavy tanks and no more V2s. That's probably it. I think Hulk is down to 0 army value, so this game might drag out for a little bit longer because Hulk likes to keep going on his games a little bit, but there goes the radar. Not building anything from his racks because I don't even think he could afford it. He's still on those 3 harvesters. No parabombs coming out. They're going to be way too long. There's the GG from Hulk, so Not New looking pretty convincing in game 1. We'll have to see for game 2, but every win he gets puts him that much closer to first place. We'll be right back with game 2. Alright, we're back here for game 2. Nightingale once again playing as Russia, and this time Hulk has switched to Germany. So once again we have a Allied versus Soviet mirror for game 2 of 2 important games for both these players. I think Hulk's doing a little bit better than fucking ORA was doing, but again, once again, it is Nightingale, aka Not New, looking for that first place in these Minions Season 15 matches. So he is going to the center with some rifles first. I mean, totally makes sense, both players thinking something similar. I mean, you can totally do 1 engineer first, just get your back line. I like going down here for this oil derrick as my secondary rather than this one, just because the way the oils are, the barrel is, if you go down here first, you can push across them, and that'll save you. Whereas if you go here first, you know, your opponent can just snipe the oil derricks, maybe get some rifles if you're not paying attention. A lot of damage will be done to your oil derrick, and then they can kill it. Plus with this fencing and stuff here, your rifle's going to have a little bit more trouble pathfinding around it to attack. So, middle oil derrick is also really important to go through. If you see that your opponent's here and here, well then you can still take here, and you'll be at least 2-2 for a while. You're not going to be able to get that engineer all the way across to that third oil derrick for a little bit, but once again, Hulk going towards the middle with his engineer and out where Not New went back and then towards the middle. That's probably safer. He's going to lose 2 rifles up there, barely, but actually might scare away Hulk's engineer if he's lucky. Hulk's attack in the middle does get the 2 barrel and kills a handful of infantry, which is nice, but Not New still going to take that engagement. And now he is rotating to the top, so Hulk might be in a little bit of trouble here. Both players went double ref, of course. Pretty standard on this map. This map, of course, is Paranoia. I believe Stitch made a map, and it has some TD-esque things to me, like your main is actually quite choky. Your expansions are kind of like not forward, they're more towards the back or like parallel in a line. But you do have these little ones in the middle, so it does remind me of some TD, which makes sense because I still consider Stitch a TD player. She just plays a lot of team games more, and nobody really plays TD, so that's probably why she plays more team games, but you never know. Hopefully we see her for Rattle Season 3. I think she played with Moods last season. I'm not sure if we'll see Moods again. We never know if we'll see Moods or not, or even if we do see him, if he's going to stay the whole season, because I'm pretty sure he has now forfeited Raggle, which is unfortunate. He almost made it through 1 season. I think he's 0 for 4, but there's always hope one of these days. Not New going to grab down his 3rd oil derrick, and he's got some rocket support, which is always great. No light vehicle out for Hulk. Instead, he is just going to poke away at that oil derrick, but Not New decides to rotate back, try to save it, and probably correct call. I mean, there's a lot of rifles there, so Not New probably would have lost the engagement, but Hulk would have paid dearly for it. And plus the oil derrick explosion, you never know, can rule that out. Hulk's engineer once again going for something sneaky on the back. But Not New is in a great position here. He's got an APC kind of waiting in the wings. Ranger versus APC, I think APC will win just because that Ranger will eventually die. But if he goes in, snipes the rockets, and we can get like another light tank coming up, and that could absolutely change things. Alright, Not New gonna rotate to the top, try to snipe this old Derek. Hulk on the other hand is totally prepared. He's got a lot of rifles there, but again, no rockets. That APC could go in on a crushing spree if it only knew. 4 horses out for Not New, 4 horses out for Hulk. APC or the MCV is gonna come out a little bit sooner for Not New, assuming. But he'll a little bit behind on his building there, but that's alright. He's got an MCV going. SD's coming out for Hulk, but again, he's got 10 seconds left on that harvester, so his MCV is actually going to be about a quarter behind Not News, which on this map does make a difference since your expansions are so weird. This expansion is so safe, but at the same time, going to this one first and then you can push here is also really great. I've seen people who go straight to here and then they try to push across to cut the map that way, which is very interesting. That's one of those scenarios where you want to build a second ref rather than try to get 7 refs, just because there's not a whole lot of eco here. Transfer 2 harvs and you're going to instantly gobble up all that ore. Good scouting here by Hulk. He's going to see the large army in the middle. He's actually going to get that rifle scout for free. And he's not building from his ore factory right now. That's unfortunate, because he is already down on an MCV. It's out for Not New. He's going to go, looks like he's actually going to push in the middle first, which is, again, totally fine. It does help cut off half the map when you do that, especially if you do it defensively, which it looks like he's going to do just based on where that MCV is going. Harvester already transferred over. That MCV needs to go to the right a little bit, otherwise that ref is going to be very far away, but don't expect Not New to make that type of mistake. He's on top of it, places the ref kind of far away, so not super far away, but that's alright. Harvester is going to get corrected, so he's still pretty much on top of his micro, pretty much on top of his APM. Good scouting again from Hulk, just absolutely seeing this army rotate across, and Not New is still only in that one light vehicle. He's got his second heavy tank right there in the back. Hulk really needs to get his MCV out, which he finally has, and now start producing medium tanks. So, you know, he's down 2 tanks as allies, which is kind of crazy. Your allies usually up on tanks against Soviets. But this refinery is actually pretty exposed, and if it goes down, that could spell a lot of trouble for Not New. He does have a 3 oil derrick advantage, which will help him, but he's going to have to be very careful here. APC going to go on some crushes, get some good crushes. Still some good crushes. Only 1 rocket left, but eventually goes down. But he's still killing off a lot of those rifles for free. Heavy tank, unfortunately, caught on the back. Does not lose any harvesters, which was way more important right there. And Hulk expanded up to the top. The safe expansion, it's very easy to hold, especially with the MC right there. Worst comes to worst, just build some walls right there if you really want to leave. But I think he's going to be doing all right. Still scouting with a Ranger, which is pretty good. He's going to kill 1 rocket before it goes down. Nope, gets away. Nice. Go send it to the repair bay. Yeah, Hulk's looking like he's ready for game 2 this time. It's going to be an uphill battle, I think. Not New is definitely a little bit better than Hulk, especially because Not New is kind of taking his game to new levels recently, which is nice. But Hulk's never a game or a player that you can just, you know, rattle off. You gotta be careful of him. You never know. He had that SD capture last game that can make all the difference. Didn't turn out for him that game, but you know, other games I've seen that absolutely make a huge difference. He's expanding very quickly too. He's only on 3 racks though, again, so that's kind of a problem. He is maybe going for a ref. We'll have to see after that power plant it gets placed down. Place it. Place it. Place it. There you go. No, he's going for X. Good. So I was going to say, if he goes for a 3rd ref after that, that could be pretty bad. You're going to have such a huge eco float, and your army value is going to slowly get withered away. Not New, only 3k ahead in army value. It's not bad. These Ranger getting phenomenal work on these rockets. Actually up to vet 1. And he's going to go rotate up. Heavy tank could have something to say, but he's going to lose it. Oh, that's unfortunate. But he does see that there's a huge army moving in. Yeah, this could actually be really good for him. He's got plenty of tanks now. It's 4-4, but he's going to have vision advantage, can make all the difference. 5th tank comes out actually, so... Oh, Not New's army is in a pickle. He's actually getting caught by the trees. He's going to lose 3 heavy tanks there. That's going to be a crushing blow. Oof. Yeah, those trees blocking the pathing there was pretty bad. He's got a lot of split army too. He needs to kind of deathball a little bit, because Hulk is once again super deathball-y. But this is starting to look good for Hulk. He's even up in army value now, just a $400 difference. This army's going to come in at the wrong time. Hulk's going to be able to rotate into that easily enough. Heavy tank actually might go down. Last rocket does get it, and now he's going to go in here at the bottom. But again, his tanks are in the back. So Hulk is in really good position here with all his tanks. This is an absolutely wondrous engagement that he's going to have right here. Last tank for Not New going down. Tanks for Hulk are going to go down again. Not New's going to try to come into the back, but I mean, yeah, there's a 4,000 difference now, and they were even. So Hulk will take that trade any day of the week. Not New going to be forced to rotate back, and unfortunately, Hulk's going to attack into a bunch of flame towers, and that could actually swing the battle back. It just depends on how good the target firing is. Not terrible, so bad so far. One more burst off. Gets one more burst off. Doesn't get anything on the last one, but did buy him enough time for him to get some of his army over there. A lot of it's still in the back, but I don't know. Not New needs some flame towers. He needs to get that army over. He's getting it over. Hulk sending off a small detachment on the bottom. That could be pretty good. Flame tower in a good position there. Gonna get one more burst off. Looks like I got a few, and now he's gonna have a decent angle here. Hulk's gonna get forced to retreat. Gonna lose one medium tank. Second one is probably gonna likely die if it doesn't go back to the SD, which is probably not. If he does get away, which is important too. And this little attachment here, not gonna be enough to kill the MCV unless Not New is completely not paying attention. He's focused up here, so I'll have to watch that in the meantime. But Not New gonna keep pushing in, and we'll have to see. MCV does get pulled away. Unfortunately, the rocket's still alive, and that harvester is in danger of it, but we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. This attack right here, I don't think it's gonna go great for Not New if he keeps pushing in. 2 more medium tanks have joined the fight, plus the radar advantage for vision and the MCV support. Hulk once again got a pretty good concave. Not New's tanks get swallowed and killed, and the medics are there. Looks like there might have been some lag from Dying Fetus. Not sure what happened with that harvester. I think that was pulled off earlier and not just put back in the line. But yeah, Hulk's in a pretty good position now. His army is slightly ahead. Not New does have the economic advantage for sure. Earned is about 4k, 5k, 3k, somewhere around there. A random stack of 4 rockets chilling by an old Eric. Turret gonna kill a lone rifle scout, and looks like a harvester did die just to that one rocket, I assume. So that's unfortunate. Do like that Not New was trying to block off this middle, and he's gonna see his attack coming through here at the cost of his barracks, which is totally fine. But I don't know. I don't think Not New has enough there, honestly. If he tries to engage in this and Hulk turns on him, that could be really bad. But his MCV is still somehow alive. He needs to transfer those harvesters over to this back patch too. That'll probably help him, although, again, he's not super hurting on eco, except for he is somehow. I'm not sure how exactly. Maybe it's just that this harvester is taking forever, and these harvesters are on a dead patch. Or not. Tukebone's definitely more efficient on his mining. Not New rotating some of his army down there. There's only one rocket, so he shouldn't be super scared. He just needs to get some rifles down there. Unfortunately, he's got 2 rockets taking the battle, and they're going to die first. And there is the medic taking the brunt of the damage, so he's going to lose another rifle, a 3rd rocket, before he finally cleans all that up. That should be the only thing he loses there, but still more expensive than he needed to. Once again, Hulk going for that SD snipe. I think that tank is just going to get out of range. Oh, that sucks. Sells off a power plant, gets 2 rifles to kill that, so once again, Hulk with the sneak engineer trying, not going to turn out as well as it did last time for him. Army values are starting to get up there, 20k each. Hulk is on 2-2 again, and there's an artillery. And artillery is going to get a free 1200. Perfect shot. Kill the Oderic too, because why not? Those Oderics have definitely come in clutch for Not New. 3 to 1 is pretty good. Looks like Not New is also up on radar tech, but does not have any radar units out yet. That's okay. Sometimes you can just skip that and go straight to tier 3 if that's what you want to do. See that Not New has another Paranoia down here, which is good, so Zico's going to get stabilized a little bit, and he's rotating the top. The only thing he's lacking right now is actually effective scouts. He has a few rifles on the map, but at this stage in the game you need something to actively scout, or like aircraft, rangers would be really good, something like that. Hulk is using his Blackhawks to scout relatively well. He's got a Blackhawk down there. Artillery going to poke away at those harvesters, but that's not really a threat. The Blackhawk shooting on the harvester wasn't great, but it's actually maybe going to get that harvester. Yep. I don't know how that rocket was able to track it, but that's unfortunate for Not New that he lost Harvester there. And you can't really see how much is in the wings. He knows there's an artillery, and he's probably scared of that. Needs some flaks right about now. There's a huge army down here for Hulk. He just needs some tanks. Heavy tank in the back here poking away. That could be really good too. I don't think Hulk is yet aware of it. It's always hard to hear so late in the map with so much going on. So this heavy tank gonna get one tank, maybe? One harvester as soon as it goes back again. Tier 3 is out for Hulk, so that can make all the difference. I don't see Tanya on his build queue yet, but in fact, I don't see any infantry on his build queue. He's probably... No, he's not floating. Somehow he's still broke. Every time I think somebody's floating, they're not. Let's see when that Tanya comes out. Tanya will absolutely crush this combination. Heavy tanks and rocket rifles are not great for Tanya. Hulk going to decide not to kill the oil derrick. He's got an engineer there instead. Heavy tank going to kill a pillbox for his trouble, because again, heavy tanks are pretty beasts when they do get into your kill line. And this attack right here is probably going to decide the game. If it goes really well for Hulk, that's probably game over. And I think it's going to go really well for him. 4 artillery, quite a huge army. 36 to 27, yeah. But Not New does have a decent concave, so we'll have to see how it goes. Their artillery are not getting some good hits yet, but all of Not New's heavy tanks are going to go down, and that's actually a problem. It's got tanks in the back, and artillery still have not quite landed yet, but I think Hulk's just has enough assets. Heavy tanks are getting whittled down, all the artillery up, and that's never a good thing. The medics absolutely make a difference there too. He's going to push back because he only has 2 rockets left, but I don't know. He's up to 2-1 on assets in army value, so good hold there by Not New. I just don't know if it was enough. That kind of allowed Hulk to just attrite your forces, and now you're really running scared. You know, you feel like you have the death ball. You're up to tier 3, so some Tesla tank action could be pretty good, and that looks like he's trying to do. It just might be a little too late, and this map probably doesn't support Tesla tanks too much, especially when you're down a harvester. Actually needs to transfer one of those back over. But Hulk having a bunch of artillery and Blackhawks can be really good for Tesla tanks, but you do need some flaks to mix in there. So Tanya is coming out, and Raiders is coming out. Raider jammers are not the answer to Tesla tech, but you know, they will help with the random amounts of rockets that are there. So I don't know. I don't know if Tesla tech is going to save Not New. He's gonna try, but once you hear that Tanya, that's kind of scary. Losing all your infantry right here is unfortunate too. Some yaks would be really good actually. About a minute away from, 30 seconds away from GPS 2, which will definitely let Hulk know where he can attack and where he can't. Tanya is out here with a field of medics, so she's gonna be quite scary too. But Tesla troopers and Tesla tanks will instantly zap her. IC's out, that can make a difference, but we're on a 2-minute counter until that's effective, and it's in quite an exposed area. A lot of power here too, so I don't know if sure he's going to be able to run it. In fact, once this second advanced power plant goes down, he's going to be low power. MC is going to try to back out. No ammo on the Blackhawk, but that's fine. Here comes the Tesla tech, we'll see how it goes. Hulk is scared of it, not going to kill the IC. He's got the artillery there, he could absolutely build more there to kill it. But the problem with Not New right now is his kind of split off from here and needs this eco. I don't know what happened to his MCV there. I think that was the one that got chased back here. Yeah, he's going to lose this eco because the artillery scared everything back. Flak trucks is what he needs. He's probably not building them. If I can find it. Yep, he's still building Tesla tanks. Longbow's coming out too. That's actually quite interesting. Harvester's getting some good crushers on the way out. Here, Tanya somewhere. Oh, she's probably just killing the... I don't know where Tanya... I think she got crushed by a harvester, to be honest. Artillery killing his own medic because friendly fire is a bitch. Tesla tank gonna finally come in and find some of these artillery. That's gonna be good, but again, no flaks, so air is gonna absolutely have a field day. Hulk's been really smart too, bringing an MC over to steal that ore spot afterwards. Not New's gonna try, and he's gonna, you know, shave off a few mid tanks. That's always nice. But there's no anti-armor here, and Hulk still has plenty of medium tanks, so MCV instantly getting pushed back, but Hulk's got this armor rotating. That should be more than enough, I think. Harvester's going down in the meantime in the back. Oh, that artillery shot's going to be brutal. A lot of infantry instant going down. Second artillery shot's not as effective, but the Shockies are trying. They're doing pretty good damage. The artillery is doing even more damage. Scrushes are also really good. Artillery gonna get zapped by the Blackhawks. That one's vet 2 and it survives. Loses another Tesla tank. One more Tesla tank. Getting killed by a rocket. That's unfortunate. Lucky for him, the Blackhawk is out of ammo. But there is another artillery way back in the backside. That's actually gonna get a decent shot. Oh, gets the heavy tank. I did not expect that one. Another heavy tank going down. There's the flax that he needs. And there's a yak out for the artillery. That could be really good. See if he gets them to run. Nope. Tries to go for the rockets, and that flak goes down. That's unfortunate. But he's going to seek heat pressure here. Does not have any anti-armor, which is unfortunate. One heavy tank is not going to cut it. Although he did get lucky that the infantry were in front of that medium tank. Tanya is still not back out on the field, but there is a secondary army over there, and there's a lot of Blackhawks, so... Not New's holding on somehow. MCV is going to go down. That's a nice little grab. But his eco is absolutely abysmal right now. Somehow he's floating 10,000. I don't know how that's gonna... Every time. But there goes the Tesla coil, so that's gonna lose his Tesla tech. And his MCV is gonna push back. Blackhawk's not enough ammo to kill it. And there goes the Tesla coil, so now he's gotta switch back to heavy tanks and rifles and rockets. But he's gonna lose his tech center and probably his tier 2 and just a second tier. Second war factory gonna go down. Longbow getting pushed back. Not New trying his best. He's constantly have to rotate. Hulk is doing a pretty good job of dancing back and forth. Just needs to get one more helipad because these are quite queuing up to get onto that helipad. He's actually waiting for another Blackhawk or Longbow to come out. The flak's poking away at medium tanks. The Tesla tanks can absolutely run down medium tanks. That's one of their big advantages. So this is gonna get pushed back, but again, all of these Blackhawks for 2 flaks, that's not scary at all, especially when one's super wounded. We'll have to see how this goes. One Tesla tank gonna go die for sure. Doesn't lose a Blackhawk yet. Second and third one go down. Not a single Blackhawk lost, so very easy advantage win there for Hulk. I see a Mem tank coming down here, but I just don't know. I think Tesla tank would probably been better. Tesla tank and flaks. Cannot afford to lose any of those flak tracks right now. That's the only thing that's going to keep him alive from all those Blackhawks. He's repairing that one that got way heavily wounded, which is nice, but he's only got 2 of them and he needs more. This Mam tank probably going to get enveloped and killed if he's not on top of it. This infantry out in the middle of nowhere, which is not good because it's going to run into artillery and medium tank pushes. Mam tank actually in a decent position to do some kiting, but unfortunately it's on a move command and Hulk is shooting at it. No radar jammer to deflect the missiles, but Mammoth is not shooting on the rockets anyways. Actually might get killed just from the rockets. One more rocket, and it's gone. Yeah, that's unfortunate. MCV gets snuffed out right here by Hulk 2, and MCV is forced to retreat. I don't think it's going to get away this time. There's just enough there that's going to kill it. Unless Hulk is not on an attack move in that direction, so... See another attack up here, and there's absolutely nothing for Not to stop it. He's going to try his best to push this army away, but at this rate, this is just a distraction, and this is doing all the damage. Second war factory going down. He's going to lose all his eco in just a second here, and Not New, if he loses this army, that's probably going to be a GG for him. Looks like he is going to kill this army, but again, he's losing so much assets just in the top. Army value is not that terrible, and that's just because these are very expensive, but again, artillery absolutely crushes that. Blackhawks and longbows will absolutely crush that. Cannot afford to lose his last little hold here. That's a very weird spot. I don't know what happened to the SC. I must have lost it. Or the IC earlier. Looks like somebody was lagging here. It might have been Hulk. I know he has some internet troubles too. But Hulk's eco has been pretty much untouched this game. He's Not New on the other hand has been constantly harassed. And these medium tanks probably going to get away with killing this war factory before this army rotates back over. Not New is on pretty much one patch. Hulk has an MCV approaching in front of his base. And I get it, if you have this big army, you don't really want to give up, but Hulk's in a pretty commanding lead right now. It's kind of just chilling, idling up, letting everything accrue. These medium tanks eventually going to get hunted down by these Tesla tanks. That artillery gets popped. Might lose 1 or 2 more of those medium tanks, but the Blackhawks are mostly rearmed and ready to go. This radar jammer in the middle of nowhere. Fortunately, not gonna do too much. Instantly gets killed. Second helipad finally out for Hulk, or third one rather. Just as Not New pushes in the middle into a bunch of Blackhawks, and this is probably gonna be it for him right here. Tanya's there too, so all those Tesla troopers are in dire straits. Blackhawk goes down, Tesla tanks go down. Tanya is safely nestled behind a bunch of stuff with vision, and Not New's getting pushed back by this ridge, which is very unfortunate because Tanya is leading the charge, and that'd be a great way to zap her. So once again, this final battle is going to show down right in the middle. The Tesla troopers are going to try their best, but Tanya's going to come in, and that's probably going to be the end of her. Right here, and Blackhawks. Wow, there's so many of them. There's the GG. Well played by Hulk there. Definitely gave it to Not New pretty good there. He tried his best with the Tesla tech. It was a decent defense, but Hulk never really let up on him. So that gives Dukebone some hope. I think it's now going to be even again unless Dukebones loses in the game. So I think Dukebones probably has 1 or 2 matches left. I think Not New might be done with the season. I'll have to double check on the stats like that, but we'll see y'all next time.